You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. Get hourly, 7- and 14-day forecasts and live storm updates with the #1 weather app in Canada. Download it today.
Alda is a barrel toward Bermuda. We begin with this chunky water spout seen off of Yamagata Prefecture on October 2nd. That's along Japan's coast. Just a day earlier, heavy rainfall caused severe flooding nearby, where water reached knee height. The Japan Meteorological Agency had issued flood warnings. All right, we've been getting a lot of video this week across Canada, including in Hay River, Northwest Territories. Brilliant stuff, Dustin Parsons, of the Aurora Borealis. Yes, those are the northern lights, and they really have been dancing across the night sky. All right, now this is Hurricane Alda, which struck Bermuda on October 1st, bringing hurricane-force winds, heavy rain, and rough seas. Alda has since moved past Bermuda, but will continue to bring rough surf and rip tides, not just to Bermuda, but to the U.S. East Coast and Bahamas, too.
We have a late season storm risk for portions of Manitoba and northwestern Ontario this weekend. Now, our setup is known as the Ring of Fire. Now, this occurs when we have a storm track that deflects to the northern periphery of a high pressure ridge. Now, in the case for this weekend, we've got an abundance of thunderstorm energy deflected north of the Great Lakes Basin as a low pressure system pushes northward from the U.S. Now, the system begins with the chance of storms Friday evening throughout the overnight, where we could get into a severe storm in the Red Lake area. Now, as this low-pressure system continues nosing northward, then we get into the real risk of severe storms for Saturday evening throughout Sunday morning. But this also raises the threat of locally very heavy downpours. An extended period of heavy rainfall could lead to the risk of localized flooding. We could see some very heavy totals pushing 50+ millimeters for some over the course of a few days. It's very important to be weather aware this weekend, as the flooding risk will be elevated through Monday.
Thank you, Laura, for the active weather update. Across Ontario, you do not need to be weather aware, as you're looking at more of a summer-like weekend ahead, especially with temperatures well above seasonal, feeling more like summer for you to enjoy and be outdoors with lots of sunshine in the forecast, all courtesy due to high pressure. This is just painting a picture of how above seasonal we're expected to be for your day on Sunday before we get into more seasonal conditions as we head through next week. Now, across Atlantic Canada, frost advisories in place for a majority across Nova Scotia through Friday morning, so a heads up as it'll be feeling a little bit frosty here, and that will be the case across Alberta as well, with temperatures potentially in the single digits as we head through Saturday overnight. And this is all courtesy due to a strong cold front that will be plummeting down temperatures, as well as bringing snow in the forecast for your first weekend of October. You can see the swath majority for the Rockies, and alongside with that, rain in the forecast as well. So this is good news for Calgary, especially with how dry it's been. So higher elevations could be expecting more of a rain-snow mix, whereas the lower elevations could be expecting more of a rain story as we head through this weekend. Now, across British Columbia, finally that rain will slowly start to taper off. So you'll be looking at clear conditions for the rest of your evening. And as we head through the weekend, dry conditions are expected for you as well, with temperatures within the seasonal mark. And that was quite a different story compared to the last 24 hours, where we saw heavy rain in the forecast. And for the rest of the day, we could expect an additional 5 to 10 millimeters.
Looking for help on our weather products and services? We've got you covered with our Help Center.
Two of my favorite times of year have to be spring, when the leaves come out on the trees and they're that vibrant green color, and then also in the fall when they go from green to many tones of amber and reds. So today's Science Behind the Weather, we'll talk about why the leaves change color. You see, in the springtime, after an intense winter, we have abundant moisture, and these plants and trees take that moisture through their root system. Now, they also take carbon dioxide and, of course, sunlight, and those three ingredients come together to produce glucose. This process is known as photosynthesis. In the fall, we have a lower sun angle, less sunlight, and overall cooler weather, so the plants, they sort of shut down their food-making processes, and they don't produce as much glucose. Chlorophyll is not made, and hence why they go from a green color to a beautiful red shade. And in my mind, there's no better way than to spend an afternoon hiking among the beautiful fall colors. For the Weather Network, I'm meteorologist Jacqueline Woodall.